Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm really delighted to be here with Jacob Miller, who is in a hotel room in Seattle at the moment on his tour of charity shops around the world. I'm Vicki Burnett from the Charity Retail Consultancy. And Jacob, do you want to just quickly introduce yourself and what you do?
Yeah, I'm Jacob Miller. I've spent 19 years working in charity stores, op shops, thrift stores across the world in Australia, the Eastern Seaboard, and had a stint working in the UK. And now I've got this incredible opportunity through the Winston Churchill Trust to travel the world investigating best practice in charitable thrift stores.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jacob. And Jacob's jacket is an example of one of the things he's purchased he's already made. He's only been away a week so far, so heaven knows what he's going to come back with. Jacob and I are both members of the queer community, and we are here today to talk to you about Pride and charity retail. This year, the Charity Retail Consultancy, who I work for, are running our fourth annual Pride Display Competition, and it's a fantastic opportunity for charity shops to use their windows, in-store displays, pop-ups online to really kind of celebrate Pride. And we thought what would be really great is for to help everybody just understand a little bit more about Pride, is just talk about what Pride means to us as members of the queer community. So, Jacob, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, definitely. Well, Vicky, I grew up in Tasmania in a period where they were deciding to decriminalize. So, in my foundational years, homosexuality was illegal in Tasmania, and so Pride had this whole meaning of when I was seeing it in my foundational years, actually people claiming their space and understanding for the first time as a young person that it was okay to be different and to celebrate differently. And I also, I look back at the many years worth of these great Pride marches and I see all these fun, thrifted, charitable secondhand outfits and floats made from op shops and charity stores. So I think that right from the beginnings, it's always been the charity shop sector that's held the hand of the Pride March.
Yeah, absolutely. And I totally agree. And for me, I think I was maybe like 22. It was like 1990, I think, my first ever Pride. Went down to London. I was nervous. I'd just come out. I was just coming out, really. And I felt scared but empowered because I was surrounded by my people. And, I remember kind of feeling like, well, you can't get us because there's loads of us here today. And it was just such a feeling of strength and freedom and liberation. And I remember driving back up with my friends and stopping at the service stations on the way home back up to Sheffield where I lived then, and all the service stations were teeming with queer people,
Mm.
and it was just fantastic to feel like part of a majority and this really
Community.
beautiful kind of community. Yeah, so for me, same as you, really, just that whole feeling of of course, we had Section 28 when I was younger, which meant that teachers weren't allowed to talk about being gay in school.
Mm.
Obviously, nowadays we've still got things like we've just had the Supreme Court judgment in the UK, which Jacob and I were just chatting about before we came online. So, things are, we moved on, we've got gay marriage and all these kind of things, but it feels like there's regression happening as well. So I think now more than ever, it's
Mm.
so important to understand what Pride is about and to celebrate.
Mm. And to visibly see both sides, because imagine yourself as a young queer person that's trying to make the decision whether or not to come out, and all you're seeing is that kind of negative media debate around, the Supreme Court decision or whatever it might be. Without pride, there's not that visible sign that things can be different and it's okay to be who you are.
Yeah, absolutely, totally agree. And one of the things for me that's been joyous is one of the other things, big loves of my life, of course, is charity shops, and it's been a joy over the last sort of probably for a decade, but really kind of getting momentum over the last 5 years to see all of those fabulous displays and people
Mm.
expressing their support and their allyship for Pride. So it's obviously, Jacob, you mainly worked in Australia. Do you see the same thing in op shops in Australia?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got a number of different seasons, Ida Hobbit, Pride Month, and different ways of celebrating. And you see charity shops get in. We don't have a competition like this in Australia, but I remember, I think maybe it was the first year that you
Yeah.
ran the competition. We had some entrants from Australia be a part of that, just proving that the sector in Australia, really wants to celebrate Pride and understands that connection. What we do in charity shops really well is create community, and this is another way of doing that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And of course, anybody from anywhere in the world is more than welcome to submit their charity shop displays into the competition. And whilst you're out and about on your travels, Jacob, hopefully if you see anybody who's doing that, you can spread the word there as well. Because we'd love to see and
Definitely.
learn and share, and again, there's that connection of community. It's not just in your local town, it's not just in your country, it's a worldwide movement, it's a
Mm,
worldwide community.
mm, definitely.
Brilliant. Thank you. So, just a detail about how you can take part. So, we're looking for your photographs of any Pride displays that you do. So, we know that not everybody's got the best window space in the world. So, it can be a window, it can be in store, it could be an online display that you do. It might be a pop-up. And we want you to send your photos between the 1st of June and the 19th of July. And after that, Jacob, I'm really pleased to say, is going to be one of the judges, along with myself and Kat McLennan, who's judged our competition with us for the past 3 years and works with us as a visual merchandiser. And if you send your entries to hello@thecharityRetailConsultancy.co.uk, and we share all of those pictures on our YouTube channel week by week. So if you keep your eyes peeled, if your Pride is a little bit later, you might be able to pinch some ideas from people who have already gone before. So thank you so much, Jacob. It's just amazing that you've made time for us to chat today and to hear your Pride stories.
I'm so excited to see all the windows. I hope we see some things that aren't just rainbow. I hope we see products displayed that aren't just fashion. Really excited to see what people have for us.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. So thank you so much, Jacob. Thanks, everybody, and hope to see your entrance soon.